Welcome back in, my friends, to Fierce XP. Hope you're having a good day. Ready to just kick back and watch some more game Red Dragon and continue to watch the struggle bus as we get beat up by bad Russian units. Although they're not all bad. They've got some heavy stuff coming in on this main spear front, of course, and then there's a tough arrangement of units up here as well. But we did finally clean up the northwest side, Kravsovka and Dongying. We also spared all of our jets by getting them out of Yuzursk. And I think it was the right move. Regardless of how the rest of this plays out, I'm glad that we aren't risking them to the degree that they were, at least initially. Couple things before we jump into our next moves here. I know it's been bad. I know I'm playing pretty poorly. Like, another good example is just flying the F7s straight over top of choppers rather than actually targeting them. I think it's a lot less effective. But, you know, it's because if they get out of visibility for just 1 second, then you lose targeting, and but there's lots of bad examples of the gameplay of my microing and stuff. Unfortunately, I'm just such a small channel that you guys have not torched me for it yet. But I don't know. I think it's just part of it. I'm embracing it. Another thing is swearing. I don't know how to approach it. I don't know how YouTube works, even, of like visibility and stuff. So I think I just defaulted to not swearing mostly. But I love swearing. So I probably will transition to that more on the channel. I don't know. I'm used to just kind of moderating, you know, whether you're around family or if you're at work and you just avoid it versus if you're just hanging out with your buds and stuff. So I don't know. That's been a little weird for me early days in the channel to decide whether or not to, but I won't really think about it. I don't care one way or another in terms of visibility and stuff. It's fine. Okay. I think that was it. A couple points before we jumped in here. So, a couple thoughts I've got. We need to strengthen back up on the naval side pretty soon. Like, maybe in the next turn even. It's really just this one where we lost all the Ludas. We could afford to get them back. It'd be nice. This one, not as worried. The nations kind of suck. We also need the A5s back to full strength. We may need to do that soon. And I also think we may want to preempt this counterattack into Naval Sector Delta, because if this comes under contention, we lose the political points. So we may want to bring the fight to that next front line. And I don't know whether this is a better map. I don't think so. It doesn't seem more appealing necessarily, but I mean, it's not like it's that much worse than this. So we might end up doing that. We'll see how the next turn plays out. I assume they're going to move in at least one tile. The other thought I had is, despite us redirecting all of our jets and making this forward move here, maybe it makes more sense to draw back. And I think we're just going to do it. Bring all of our units back here, and sure, we could argue that that would put this under contention. We lose the political points, but then at least we're more safe of holding this airfield, and it allows, well, I don't know what's going to happen here. I guess it'll be able to retreat somewhere. We'll be able to maybe do kind of a flanking move and take the spots behind it and eliminate this group. But it's also in preparation for this group that if they split off or if they come straight to Yuzursk or something, that we are closer and able to respond better with. These really are our strongest units on the field right now, like not only in capability, but also just battle group numbers. We haven't taken as many losses versus this whole left side. We're basically torched. Almost all of this is beat up beyond repair. Like, it'll be great to refit this. We've only got 2 Yebiai left and 1 of the 4 mortars. So I think we're ready. We're not going to move these out yet because we can have a chance to refit maybe. I mean, this one could go. I don't think we want to. We'll just leave it all put, and then this Marines unit will move into Vladivostok, but it doesn't have any initiative at the moment. So just double checking that nothing's blinking. We're good. Let's end turn. More units coming in. Those are the jets. Okay, let's avoid battle and bring them back here. That's cool. Perfect. Now they're going to move in. They can't really attack because the tanks don't have initiative. But this is interesting. They prevented the flanking move, but they only brought part of their units. We can do something similar maybe where we contest this one way or another and then try to defeat them so that they can't escape. Because I'm worried the same thing's going to happen as last time where, like, okay, they came in and then they're not even going to fight. Like, they don't spawn anything in. That would be bad. Okay, we'll figure out what to do there in a minute. They still have not moved in. That's encouraging. And these guys did not move, which is kind of weird, but I'm happy about that. MiG-29S, scary jet. Really capable even as a fighter with 40 ECM and a great Sidewinder and heavy bombs. And then the IL-102s kind of up there with among the best bombs in the game. And an Su-25, which I think this is sort of like, what is it? Is this like the Frogfoot? Is it like the Thunderbolt sort of thing? Anyway, really good anti-tank. Okay, well, at least they held up there. That's great. But let's get these guys coming onto the mainland. They can disembark into there. Maybe this gives us a chance to refit. We're gonna get all of these units. We definitely don't want to go backward, so let's get them into Vladivostok. We'll see whether we can get them back up to fighting strength. Also means we can still spawn things into here. I don't know if there's much left. Let's see. Well, the shock regiment and the shock tanks, which we don't have enough points for at the moment. Okay, these guys, we're going to start getting some refitting going on. So they're useless unless they're fit. So they're good now, and we'll eventually get them working all the way back. These guys are fine. And we think about whether or not to refit the rest of these. Do they have AA here? No. And, well, yeah, Strela 3s, but not too bad. So, in this next turn, there's not any other use for them except for bringing the Q5As there. This group of J5s can now come and dock in Dongying. That's fine. We don't need them this round. Good with that. Now, this Recce could scoot across here. This doesn't really give us any advantage. It's not going to bust up any planes, even though it's an airport, because I think we already killed everything. These two are based out of this. But I am thinking about whether or not we can contest this just until we fight Yuzursk. Oops. But then I think we've got to move something else in. And it could be this, because we don't need the AA, but I think it's got to have a CV. Well, this one does. I would maybe sacrifice, like, not being able to use choppers here, even though they'd be super useful, if it means we don't allow the escape. So, let's think for a second. I think this is fine. Okay, it is contested already. That's great. We don't have to move anything out. The Jukwudai, they could actually move up here, or here. But let's, I mean, I guess we keep them stay put, because the rest of this is useless. So if we do happen to get countered there, we're in a lot of trouble. Let's get this refit. Get all those, get the Ludas back, and we're going to get this one refit. The A5s are ready. So how much initiative does this have? Yeah, not enough to get out to here. I don't know whether we want to refit that. I don't think we need to. That's enough for now. The F7s are not needed. We'll bring them here, maybe just in case. But really, we're going to fight Uzursk. And then, if we defeat them, we can even just bounce this back out or to here, potentially, to pin them in. But I'm not sure. We'll see. Let's get into Uzursk. So we have everything. We can basically spawn into Echo and face their front line. Don't know if that serves us that well. They've got fully stacked infantry with BMP-1s. There's 40 BMP-1s. And then just a ton of T-72s, which are better than anything we've got. This is a tough matchup. Like, the Q5As are going to have to shine. They're going to be so important, and I hope we don't lose too many to the Strelas. And I'm kind of glad that we've got the choppers, because both of them, with the HOTS and even the rocket pods against the infantry, are going to be important, because our ZTZs are just outgunned. They're not as good. Now, the Junko guy can help here, but I don't think we want to fight in Echo. Maybe, if anything, Bravo? Yeah, Bolshoi and Bravo, maybe. Let's go in. We don't have a fob. I think we've got some cargo. That's fine. Yeah, starting in Bolshoi. And let's grab an armored one instead of the chopper. Don't need any support. Just get a few tanks down. We want every single one of these. 3 of them are hardened already. That's good. And then we're going to want, I think, basically all of these. Once they're out of ammo, though, we're going to have a hard time refitting them. And the HOTS are going to be mostly reserved for the T-72s. Their heaviest tank that we're going to have a hard time the conventional way. We'll just kind of keep them back so they can quick respond. Yeah, none of the support tab needed. But the Jukkukdai will be good. We'll see if we can kind of race them up into these forests a little bit. Well, we've already got all of this, actually. What are we doing? Let's get them in here a little bit. Just have some positions. And back here... well, we can sort of get ready to pounce on them a little bit. I don't think we want them all. Yeah, let's get stuff up here. Not sure about the tanks facing off in the middle of the ground there, but maybe. And the Korshuns, that's fine to have a couple back. And we'll get those ones up a little bit, like up into these forward positions. Keep a couple, we'll keep some tanks here and potentially come up the backside. Okay, priority is going to be an Echo, though. Before even microing this stuff, we're going to have to see how bad the front is. And let's get a couple of the HOTS towards the front. Could be facing a bunch of T-72s. And then, of course, the Q5As can come in right away, too. So let's go. Let's see. And let's get some Q5As ready to respond. These can just unload here. We'll get them up there. Got some targets. They do have Strelas. Okay, let's keep the tanks kind of out of there. Portions can go engage. Bots are out. Should be bombing. Let's go. Okay, this is wild. It's good though. ZBDs, time to go clean up. They out of missiles yet? Not really. It's T-72s. It's a big problem. Let's get these out. Not sure if we can refit the HOTS. It's really the bombers that we need. Even the Korshun's are going to get wrecked. Okay, heavy presence in the forest here. Let's get them moved up. We need infantry replacing. If in close quarters, the Jukodai can do okay there. And the ZTZs, I think, can go toe-to-toe there as well. But the T-72s are, like, we're dead. Oh boy, that's bad. Could be some juicy bombing runs here, though. Gonna keep a closer eye on these, on this bomb. Okay, it was solid. That's bad. That was a bad bomb. Let's just click right on it. Get them unloaded. Ooh, this is... not a good engagement. It's okay. ZTZs, stay back just a little bit. And where was our HOTS? We need them. Yeah, shoot, the HOTS are going to waste their missiles. We should have had better recon out there, but we don't actually have any recon. Infantry are going to be still one of the best answers to get through sort of the forest here. As for the open areas, oops, let's get out. It's the bombers. But they're pretty busted up now. Let's stay back here for a second. That's some pretty good side shot coming, maybe. Try to make sure we're staying on target. Solid, Jukodai. It's an okay bombing run. If they get close into the towns here, they're in trouble. Oh, that is nice target there. Really? Nothing up here? Where did they move to? Ooh, that's pretty good. Okay. Got a few more infantry coming in to replace. Let's keep those Jukodai coming. And might be ready to support with our weaker guns. We're vulnerable. We should probably just get one or two kind of on the perimeters. We are not doing that well in terms of morale. We are behind, and we've got a long way to go. Keep the bombers coming. T-72s, good targets. Okay, not bad. I mean, not amazing, but it's not bad. Would also be good to hit these up. But bigger priority is all these guns up front. Still got a lot of tanks, so why don't we get them in, even though it's not good against those T-72s. Let's get off the road there. Do we have any more HOTS left? I mean, we do. We've got one. Let's get them up there. The Juko guy will do well as long as they're in the forest. So let's leave them kind of in there and not get overexposed. We're having a hard time, obviously. That's okay. Just these really grindy battles, as is often the case. I want to hit the Basilisk. Ooh, there's Strelas. We'll get out there briefly. Now, when all the infantry come in, that's going to be better for us, slightly. Okay, we took a bit of fire there, that's alright. Ooh, wow, he just made it out. Wasting all their ammo, I guess. Gotta watch for that artillery coming in. Now, they did capture on the left side, so we brought these in kind of for that sake. Let's go sniff that out a little bit. A decent little spearhead of tanks coming in. Still not seeing any artillery. Conqueror's hiding out right here. Okay, there's some. Just keep zooming in there. Okay, Juck and I start moving through. The MPs are dangerous. We can overwhelm them a little bit, though, hopefully. Okay, what do we got here? T-72s, maybe? Oh no, those are cheapies. Okay, there's a CV. Lovely. Our ZBD up here got killed. We're a little thin on tanks, so let's be careful not to overextend too much. Just kind of have some presence everywhere. It's fine. Alright, ready to take on those mortar strelky. We're getting killed by this T-72 CV. It's funny. We got him, though. They're all panicked? Not quite. Let's get these ZTZs over fighting them too. Getting close now, 327. Can back up a little bit, they're kind of panicked. Yeah, get those infantry back, they're getting the worst of it. It's too bad we don't have supply. Like, we've got a little bit, but not much to refuel our helicopters, because they would have been an important part of this, of course. Got that CV there. It's great. There was just some artillery for a second here. Well, we got them. Minor victory, which is okay. They only took out 965. It's a pretty good ratio. It's a little surprising. And why aren't they destroyed? I just want to see what they've got left. The T-72 took out 29 of them. There's a lot of motor strelky left, but that was pretty good. And we lost a ton of our tanks, which is okay. One each of the choppers, and almost all of our Jukkuk die, which is a little nerve-wracking. Okay, so they weren't fully destroyed because we didn't actually push them out. That makes sense. I wonder if we should bounce out of here just to be safe. Yeah. I don't want to lose them. And if we get attacked, it might not let us avoid battle because this is in conflict and this isn't a direct route. So we can redo that move if we get a chance to finish them off here. But I mean, I'm glad the tanks are basically gone. It's the infantry and the helicopters can potentially play a bigger role there to help finish them off. Didn't lose any jets, and they were important. They did a really good job. I'm sure there's some up-vetted ones. Okay. We could deploy some more, but I'm thinking we want the shock regiment of tanks in, and we have to sit on a turn in order to have enough to bring them. Otherwise, I'd also like a fob. Is there? Well, that does give us one. So does this. But we'd have to spawn it way up here. It can't get over to Yuzursk. Same with the infantry regiment. Ah, man, we should all... Oh, no. What? So the artillery can't, but the infantry can spawn in here. Oh, we're going to do that for sure. In fact, we might just attack again. Can we beat them? We got the ZBDs and we got a lot of infantry. We've also got mortars. They've only got one Basilisk left. It's basically just the BMPs and motor strelkies against us. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, we'd have to get 1100. We're kind of evenly matched. This is kind of weird. We have 3 income. It's not the worst. I don't like where we would be fighting this. It's a lot of open ground against their BMPs. But we've got the ZBDs. They're basically as good. In fact, I think they're better. Yeah, better accuracy, better AP. Both have 3 front armor. They'll have a few T-72s, and that's a big problem. Okay, what kind of help would we have potentially? The F7Bs could come over, but that doesn't help anything. Or the Jukkudai could move in. With the Korshuns. Huh. But we also... we got rid of the move right there with capturing, like, where they can't escape. Now, it is neutral, so I don't know exactly how that would work, but I think we'll stay put for now. I don't mind burning a turn and not rushing this. So let's end. Really glad the infantry could spawn in there, though, right on the front line. So they're stuck, well, kind of, in Bolshoi Command. That's not bad. So I'm gonna take just a second to think about this. Hang on. All right. I think we've got some idea of what we're gonna do here. We're not ready to move forward into Naval Sector Delta because, for one, we already refitted there, but we're going to spawn in the last of the naval units, some more Ludas and muskets. We're facing off against choppers, Nanushkas, and then 2 Utiloys and 4 Tarantulas. Like, just terrifying, devastating. I don't know exactly how we're going to deal with it, but let's bring in this naval unit, and they've got to come back into Alpha, which is fine. So that takes a turn to come in. That's why we're not going to move in partially. We need all of our forces, and so be it if they challenge Bravo. It is what it is. Now, up here in Donying, this infantry unit has been refit, so they're back up to fighting force. They bring some mortars as well, which is nice. This recon unit is going to contest Spask Downey to enable us to try to finish off Yuzursk. And I don't think we want to move any units out necessarily, even though we could go right into Bolshoi, because we're not ready to fight this yet. We're going to be using, so we use 10 of our points to spawn in the naval unit, and then the remainder of them we're going to do a combination of resting and refitting this stuff. Like, even though these are weak units, we need firepower. We need at least whatever tools we can at our disposal. So we're lucky we didn't lose this tank battalion. We're going to refit it, get all of our T-34s back. Now, there's a couple units like the recon that I think we're just going to R&R, get some cohesion, same with this artillery. And even this anti-tank one, I don't think it's going to be that important in the battles to come, so we're just going to R&R. The Jukkudai, I don't know. I don't think we're ready to deploy them anywhere necessarily. And as for here, I'm just thinking about if there's anything we'd want to take. Like, we could come back here. No, I think we just want to fight it. And I don't think that we need, well, we may as well have the jets in there because where else are they going to get used? But I think we're going to rely more on the helicopters, and we've also got a FOB now because of the new infantry that came in. We can also get the napalm refit. Let's do that. And they could be really important here. They've got, again, no AAA, like actually none. And the F7's not needed yet. So let's go and make sure, try our best to get Yuzursk done. It's a lot of open field, but we've got choppers. We've got some mortars, might be okay, and then napalm and cluster. It's going to be probably jets that help to make this shine. We got decent income now, I think, from bringing in those infantry, and it's mostly the Motor Strelki and BMP ones. Let's go. Okay, we do definitely want the fob. Let's get it near the back there, and we want infantry CVs, probably the best. Get rid of that. Let's get a couple of each to start with, and we're going to want probably like all the choppers. One of them was upvetted. It's cool. Let's get all the mortars. Get them on teams. And I guess the tanks, we're going to rely... Well, no. They're actually going to have a harder time against the BMP-1s. So we're probably better off bringing in the Zanshi. We don't want to lose the Jakuk die, so let's not let them all die off. But all these ZBD-86s, we're going to bring them right into the front line. And we can get another jet. Okay, let's go. We got the fob. Yeah. Okay, all of you can move into there, but you, I kind of want to come through the back. You guys are not going to move all the way in. Get them on teams 1 and 1. 1 and 2, sorry. Why did they abandon that? That's maybe a little concerning. Just gonna get a couple jets kind of flying around, get them ready. We don't have any recon, that's kind of crazy. Maybe we just hit up their spawn? Okay, here we go. Okay, get some more napalm ready. Oh, did we get taken out? No, there's nothing to take us out, right? Lots of BMP-1s here. Let's get these guys out. Get more jets. Hey, we found the mother load. Just get all them moving in. These guys are all out. Okay, let's get them refitted. Get overly greedy. They're all coming out of the fire, so this should be good matchups for us. Ooh, T-72. Side shot, please. Might be time for some tanks. Clusters, come on. These guys all got torched pretty bad. Saw one Basilisk firing. Choppers are coming in back in, that's good. Oh, come on. That's a little too close. He's gonna die. Oh, where's that Basilisk firing from? Well, at least we got the bombs off. Yeah, both taken out. That's great. Okay, we'll start. We keep hitting up the napalm. Okay, there's the Basilisk. Just keep kind of trying to mess them up as much as we can. And we kind of just need some more basic guns out here to clean up. These guys can start moving in. Try not to light on fire. At least we got some choppers. Gives us some good visibility. Yeah, these guys are kind of all getting burnt up a little bit. It's fine. Ooh. Okay, well, we got the fob. Not sure how these rockets will fare against the BMP. This is looking good. Only 371 left. Okay, solid. The CV kind of GTFO'd. Are we, as long as we don't get taken out from behind here, maybe we should get a CV out just to be safe. Let's head up that way. We didn't use our mortars at all. It's not surprising. Let's go chase that CV. Probably know the CV is going to be in here somewhere. And this one, based on the last couple times that we did this, like, I think there was a CV somewhere in here. Let's just bomb. Yep, that looks like we upset someone. Let's get the hot in there. Okay, let's get some good missiles. Yeah, nice. Picked ourselves up another fob. Solid. Ooh, that's a heavy one. Maybe a T-72 CV? Good shots, though. Let's just get him back. Almost dead. So let's get pushing. Okay, whatever is here that's like highly mobile, let's get going. Hot's ready. Let's just napalm this whole city. We flesh out some motor strelky. Who knows? We might hit. We'll hit one back there. We only need 21 points, so this could do it. Ooh, there's something. Something juicy. Didn't take anything out there. Nice. Okay. We got it done. They're obliterated. We only lost 250. What did we lose? Yeah, a lot of ZBDs and Zunshi in the front lines there, which is okay. That was a fresh unit, and we only lost 6. So they are toast. Excellent resistance, Comrade Major. The Soviets will now think twice before challenging you again. Hold tight. Your north flank should be clear now. So I don't know what to make of this, because it's unsettling that they just are sitting here. They could move in on us at any time and spoil this airfield, but at the same time, I don't want to waste time dealing with them. I suppose I'm going to take a risk here. Well, why? The airfield is irrelevant, so I'm going to get out of there. And all of these units can't move, so why not just see what happens? If they do not move in, then we'll just forget about the north. Now, let's assign them here. Again, maybe a little risky, but it's fine. I think it still makes sense. And then in Vladivostok, we got refitted and stuff. We're going to save a few points. We don't have enough now to deploy anything anyway, but it might let us get this shock regiment in finally with the Chanmahos. Be something. And actually, even before that, the most important unit potentially for the rest of this game might be the MiG-21. Because with a 28 AP, it's only 30% accuracy, but it's a tank buster, and this is what it's going to take. We get 6 of them to kill the T-80s. They actually don't have that much armor, but the gun can destroy anything that we put on the field pretty quickly. And even the T-72As, also better than any tank that we're fielding, other than the Tomahawk 2s maybe, but we only get 4 of those. So the MiG-21s are going to be super important. The F-7Bs, fully fitted, are going to be also really important to try to keep this under control. And we got the Pungai 2s, I think. We're going to be ready to at least give it everything we got. And then this naval battle. I don't know. It's going to be ugly. I wish we had some naval choppers. That would go a long way too. But we're going to end turn before we end this episode. Let's see what happens. They spawned in even more units. Comrade, the sea route enabling North Korea reinforcements to deploy to Vladivostok was cut. Recapture naval sectors Alpha and Bravo to ensure their availability. Okay. So what do they got here? Mi-28s. T-80As. Oh man, so much better. This is the scary one. Ugh. And then VDVs and BMD-1s. Tunguskas. Wow. Oh man. And even all these KA-29s are going to be a real pain. They've got a handful of them. Okay, well, that's going to be the battle. And this, nothing happened. We better not get burned by this, but we're going to just leave them. They haven't been moving. Okay, well, we're going to leave it there for this episode. And in the next one, we are going to probably be moving in full speed into Bolshoi. Not sure if we take one more turn to spawn in our key units or get any of this rested or refit, because we're going to need to be as ready for this as we can be. Like, this squadron is all ready, and they're going to take an extra turn to get in. So we may start going in and feeling it out and seeing what kind of dent we can put into all of this. Especially, you know what? We have to. Before this big group arrives, which is going to be an even bigger problem, we probably have to. But we will see. We'll have to wait till the next one. Appreciate you guys joining. Take care.